Hello everyone. In this video I want to show you how to create onboarding screens, or some people may call them introduction screens. These are very first screens that users would see when they open an app. If they are carefully designed, they will make your app appealing and leave good impressions on users. So, how to create them? Okay, now first thing first, let me create a new Flutter app. I open VS Code and I go to View, Command Palette. I choose Flutter New Project and Application. I will create a new folder. I call it Flutter Onboarding Screen Tutorial. I create that. I select this folder and I name my application Flutter Onboarding Screen Tutorial. It takes a few seconds. Yes, the app has been created. So now I will run the application on iPhone simulator. So I open iPhone simulator. And now I make sure the device should be my simulator, so I go to View, Command Palette and select device. Yes, it is my simulator. So I go to Run. I run without debugging. Let's wait for a few seconds. Okay, now the app has been opened. So to create onboarding screens, I will create a page view and then put the onboarding screens inside that page view widget. Now in lib folder, I create a folder. I name it feature. Inside features folder, I create another folder. I call it onboarding, and inside onboarding folder I create a new file. I call it onboarding stack.dart. It should be a stateless widget, so I call stl. I call it onboarding stack, and this widget should return a page view, as I said. So I say page view. It accepts children, and let me create some dummy widgets. I say it should be center with child, should be tech widgets. I call it screen 1 for simplicity. Let me add const keyword here. Okay, I copy it down. We should have 3 onboarding screens. So we have screen 2, we have screen 3. I save it. Now I go to the main.dot file and remove some unnecessary code. Let me remove the home page. Right there, I remove this code. I remove home page. I remove some command that we do not need. Okay, I've saved it. Yeah, now our app has changed. I create the root property and it should receive a map. I say it like this. It should be a function, a subcontext as a parameter, and it return a widget. I call it const onboarding stack, just like this. And I create another element. I call it home, and it should be a function to a subcontext as a parameter, and it should return a scaffold with body should be save area. No, I think it should be center, and child should be a text widget. It say home. Let's add const keyword. I think const keyword should be there. I save it. Yes, it is. So now the page view has shown up. I can swipe it. You can see. Okay, now I come back to onboarding stack, and you can see now let's have a look at the design of the onboarding screens. You can see that they share the same design. They contains a picture and then a title, a description, and then a next button. The same applies to all other design you can see. So it would be a good idea to create a common class to produce multiple onboarding screen. So let's come back to our app, and in lib folder, in onboarding folder, I create another file. I call it onboarding screen dot. It should be a common class, so it should be a stateless widget onboarding screen, and it should accept a few variable. I say it final string image path. I say final string title. I say final string subtitle. I say final widgets next button, just like this, and I declare them inside the method. I say required this dot image part, required this dot title, required this dot subtitle, and required this dot next button. Okay, seems good to go now. It should return a scaffold with body should be a save area widget, and its child should be a column like this. And in this column we have picture, we have title, subtitle, and next button too. So we have chosen the first one is image, so I say image. Not this one. I say image dot asset like this, and we have text title, another text which is a subtitle. This should be an empty string. And finally we have next button. Yeah, I complete the common class to create onboarding screen. I save it. Now in the onboarding stack, I try replacing the dummy widget by my onboarding screen. I provide argument, it should be, and I think first I need to prepare some image first, so I go to my old project. I have some image here, I have a gift, I have another gift, I have a PNG picture, I copy all of them, and in my root folder I create another folder. I call it assets. Inside assets I create another folder, I call it images, and in this folder I paste my image here. And to use this I have to declare it inside the pubspec.yaml file. So I uncomment this line, I remove this line, and here I provide the URL. I say assets images, and by saying this line I can use all the image inside the images folder without having to list all of them here. So I save it, I go back to onboarding stack, I provide the URL which should be assets images. It should be simple first, say holding hands .png. Title should be like a real-time map. Subtitle should be find nearby friends on a real-time map. The next button should be a widget, it should be a fill button, and on press function I will leave it empty right now. I remove const keyword here, and child should be a text widget, of course, and it say next. I provide const keyword just like this. I close this window, I say this. Let's see, unable to load assets. I think there's something wrong with the URL. Assets image holding hands, the PNG. And I think yes, in this one which it should be image part. Save it. Yeah, the image has come. Now it's time for me to add some styles to the onboarding screens. Let me start with the picture. I think it should be a circle picture, and the easiest way to make a circle picture should be put it inside a container, and this container should have a width of 300, a height of 300 too, and I will remove the image right there and save it. Uh-oh, because we do not have not added the picture, so I say decoration, box decoration, and it should be image, decoration image class, and image would be provided here. I say set image and I pass the URL image path like this. Yes, the image has shown up. So to make it circle, I think we should use shape, box shape dot circle. Okay, now the image is circle. I think we should center. How to center the truth then? I say it should be main axis alignment of column, main axis alignment class dot center. Okay, it is center vertically. So how to center it horizontally? I think we should wrap the column inside a row, and I say main axis alignment dot center. Okay, now we'll center the elements. Okay, next I think I would add some style to title. I say style, it should be text style class, and font size, I think it should be 36. Font weight, which is font weight class, and I think it should be 600. And we add a line height, it should be 1.3. I add const keyword to remove the complaint. Let's save it. Yes, it looks better, and I think the subtitle should be smaller. And we do the same with const. We say style const text style. We say font size, it should be 12. I say font weight class, something wrong there. Font weight, there's something wrong here. Let me copy from the above code. I think it should be 300, and a line height of 1.32. Let's save it. Yes, it looks better. And I think we need some spacing. I think this position I can add a size block with a height. I think it should be 24. Save it. Yeah, look better. And another size box here. I say const size box. It should have a height a bit larger. I say it 36. Yes, look better. So basically it has been completed. So next I will create other onboarding screen. So I will copy this down and replacing the dummy widgets. I save it, and now we have 3 identical onboarding screen. See, next should be capital. Okay, let's make some change. The first one should be earth, like earth 4.give, and the second one should be coffee 6.give. I change it to let's say find cafe store. I say easily find nearby, find a cafe store near you, something like that. And then this one, holding hands, and I say find soulmates, and it should be find nearby, find your soulmate. Soulmates, just like that. I say this to see what will show up. Boom, yes. See what we have. Looks pretty good, isn't it? Now the final step would be to add functionality to our next buttons. Remember, there are only 2 ways to design web page upper page view is being shown in the viewport. The first way is to use swipe gesture, like I do it right now. I swipe back and forth. And the second way is using page controller, and in Flutter, every time I use a controller, I have to dispose that controller when the widget is removed from the widget tree. So to make the dispose function, I convert this widget into a stateful widget, and I declare the controller. I say final page controller. I say controller like this, equal to page controller class. I initialize it, and then I will dispose this controller when the widget is removed from the widget tree. I say override, and I have a method called disposed. I say controller dot dispose, and I have super dot dispose, just like this. So now the final step is to add functionality to our next buttons, and remember, there are 2 ways to decide which page upper page view is being shown in the viewport. The first way should be using swipe gesture like what I am doing now. I swipe it to decide which page is being shown in the viewport. And the second way should be using a page controller. And in Flutter, whenever I use a controller, I should dispose that controller when the widget is removed from the widget tree. And to use dispose method, I should convert the widgets to stateful widgets like this. Then I declare my controller. I say final page controller equal to page controller. I initialize it and I write a method, a dispose method. I say controller dot dispose and I call super dot dispose, just like this. I should add override here. Okay, and now we have controller. We should pass that controller into page view. Say controller. Okay, this controller will decide the functionality of our next button. So when we click the first next button, we should navigate to the second screen. So I say controller dot animate to page. The index should be 1. Duration should be const duration, I would say 1 second, and curve should be curves dot is int out, this one, and the same for the second button. Say it's like 2 and duration, and the same apply. I save it and test if it work. Let go. Yes, it's work, and it worked too. But for the third button, it's a bit different, because this is the last screen. So by pressing the next button here, we should navigate to the home screen. So we do it by navigator dot push name and remove until. Why this one? Because when we navigate to the home screen, we do not want to navigate back to our onboarding screen. So we should use push name and remove until instead of push name. So the new route should be as simple as home, and this should be a function that return false, like that. I save it and see if it work. Yes, it worked. We navigate to the home screen. So I refresh once again to make sure that everything work. Okay, I click next and next and next. Refresh once again. I swipe next, swipe next, next. Yes, well done. And I have finished creating onboarding screens for a Flutter app. If you like the video, please like, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.